Hey everyone, today we're going over displacement maps. If you've ever seen text that looks like it's printed on fabric or wrapped around a brick wall or curved perfectly onto a t-shirt, it's an effect that is usually done in Photoshop using something called a displacement map. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a displacement map and how to use it. So a displacement map tells Photoshop how to distort one layer based on the brightness values of a layer or image that is underneath it. Light areas push pixels one way, dark areas push pixels the other way. So instead of text sitting flat on top of an image, it bends and follows the texture underneath. Think of it as using shadows and highlights of an image to guide the distortion. So all these shadows and highlights will bend the text and wrap around. The first thing you'll need is a textured image. Here I have a piece of folded fabric. You just need anything with shadows and ripples and, like fabric, brick, wood, paper. Then we're going to go to the layers palette and duplicate the background. We're going to desaturate it because we want it to be black and white. So go to hue and saturation. Pull the saturation all the way down. And then we want to add a levels layer. The goal here is to increase the contrast slightly so the texture becomes more defined. We don't want to overdo this. After doing the levels, we'll grab the levels, hue, saturation, and the background copy and merge the layers. And then we'll add a small amount of blur to get rid of any texture that may look jagged later. A very tiny amount is all you need. Once that's done, you save this image, save a copy as a PSD. It has to be a PSD. It's very important. We can just name it displacement map. And then you can throw that away. You don't need that anymore. Okay, let's add some text. In order to add a displacement layer to text, you must convert it to a smart object. This keeps everything editable. So you can add the displacement layer, and then if you want to change any settings, you can do that. Now, to add the displacement map, all you do is go to the filters, down to distort, and displace. And you want to start small here. Do 5 and 5. Leave everything else like it is. Pick your displacement map. Hit OK. You can see after adding the displacement map how the text now folds along with the fabric folds. Although it does look better than the normal layer, we're not done yet. To make this look realistic, there are several ways you can do it based on what your background is. If you have a brick wall, if it's a red brick wall, if it's a multicolored wall, if it's a brown piece of paper, it will influence how you make these edits to bring it more realistic. For this one, we're going to do the blend if layer style. And down here under the blending options, we want to blend our text to the underlying layer. There's these handles here that you can move, but you can also split them. You can see that little line there. If you hold your Alt or Option key on one side, you can pull them apart, and that will let them fade the effect instead of it being like a hard line. So you can move this out, and then you can do the same thing for this one, for the light areas. And you can see how it really brings the light areas through the displaced text layer. It makes a dramatic difference. Once you get these to where you like them, just hit OK. For this one, the blend if blending styles were enough. For other ones, you can use multiply. For lighter surfaces, you can use overlay, soft light. You can cycle through all these blending modes to see which one works for what you're trying to place it on. Sometimes you can use one of these and it works. Sometimes you might need to use 2 of these. You can always duplicate this layer and mix and match blending modes. It's very versatile. It sounds confusing, but once you play with it a little bit, you'll see that you can get the look you're looking for with just a few clicks. So displacement maps work best when there is a lot of contrast in the texture. The surface has to have clear shadows and highlights like this does. It's also good if you want your image or your text to look painted or printed or embedded onto the surface. Anything like a t-shirt mock-up, graffiti on walls, logos, designs on paper. As I said, because we made this a smart object, you can edit this at any time you want. If this effect wasn't enough for you, you can double click on Displace and it'll bring the little menu up again, and you can change this to 10 or any number you want to increase or decrease the effect. Hit OK. Pick the map again. And you can see that it basically really warped it. So it just depends on how strong you want that effect to be. So as I said, displacement maps sounds hard, but as you can see, once you know the steps, you can fine tune it and play with it to get it how you want. It just depends on how much distortion you want. You can do a little or you can do a lot. The key things to remember are creating the high contrast black and white texture and saving that as the displacement map, and it must be a PSD. And then make sure any text is a smart object, and then apply that distort filter, and then displace and pick your map, and then blend it using whatever blending mode you need to get the look you're looking for. And that's it. I hope that helped, and I will see you next time.